Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on Monday, July 22nd. Anyway, gonna answer. I did a Paul Harvey commentary on the price to pay for immigration, the price to pay on both sides, Americans and the immigrants. Now, the United States has a number of ways you can get in here. That's why you got a big open door policy. The green card, as you call it, is the permanent residency, or I-9 for employers, and that's the way most people came in. The latest, uh, and there are only estimates, the latest figures that we have for this is 2012. And according to those figures, like I say, they're estimates, because they haven't determined how much really resident aliens are here. You had a population maybe, so let's go with 300 million at that time. It's a little over that. But they're saying that 13 million of that 300 million are resident aliens. That means they got I-9s, like me. So can you imagine how many people are here illegally? I would say add another 21 million to that. Maybe 25. So let's go with the conservative 21 and the conservative 13 million. So that's what, 34 million. So you're over 10% of your population between the resident aliens and the illegals are here. That doesn't include people on different visas. That's different. And I'll have to do a special video on those. But asylum is not resident alien, people. Don't let the government fool you, okay? When you're a resident alien, you choose to come in here of your own volition, and you choose to follow American laws. You're coming in here to live permanently. You got nothing left with your country, and you're coming in here permanently out of your own volition. And the gamble is on both sides. The gamble on your side is that the Americans will take you at your word, and you'll follow their laws. The gamble on the American side is you come in and do everything American and do not bring in your baggage. That is the gamble. That's what it was in the 1970s when I came in. President Reagan threw a wrench into the stuff, and that's why you got helter-skelter that you got today. You can blame President Reagan for that. In the 1986 revision, he messed all this up royal. Now, asylum. Say a person is being persecuted, say Guatemala, El Salvador, Panama, wherever, China, and he goes into the U.S. Embassy of that country. As long as he's in that four walls, he's protected because he gets, that's considered soil of the foreign government, in this case, United States. He applies for that, and if his situation is dire, they pulled Assange over there, like the Ecuadorians did, and he stays there and sleeps there, and oh boy, all kinds of fun there, right? Yeah. But they don't do that too often. Anyway, that's what happens there. To give you an example, Noriega, when he was when the Americans invaded Panama and the people left him, he took asylum in the Papa Nuncio, which is the Vatican's embassy. Okay? So technically, he was safe there. But the problem was the Americans violated international law. Big time. How did you guys get Noriega? They don't show you that here in the States, do they? But what you did is you put loudspeakers all around the embassy. Can you imagine? These are supposed to be clergy guys over there, right? And you start playing rock and roll. I mean, all kinds of loud things. Think of the most vicious rock and roll songs you can think, and that's what you were playing in 1989. It got to the point where they couldn't get any sleep. Poor guys. They couldn't do any work because 24/7, 365, you had those speakers going on and the big lights. That's violation of international law as far as I see it, people. But hey, the American government never told you that, did they? Well, see, that's so. The Vatican told the Americans come and get them, and then they hushed it up. But that's the way you got Noriega, because they didn't want them in there. They said we deny you asylum, so you have to go. So that's the way they do it. You don't have to rush an embassy. You just have to make life miserable for them. And if you got a guy in there, and that's why people don't go to their normal embassies. This is why you got this problem here. That you got these people on your border in the south. Can you imagine if somebody prominent went to the asylum, say, oh, Maduro from Venezuela, right? Okay, let's take him as an example. Maduro, and he goes into the Swiss embassy and says he wants asylum. The Venezuelan government, or the anointed American Venezuelan government, and the uh, forces, and by the way, there'll be American forces there, go there, do the same thing that happened in Panama to the Venezuelan, to the Swiss embassy. Or better still, let's let Maduro go into the Russian embassy and he asks for asylum there. Really? Are the Americans going to be so bold as to go there and do the same thing they did in 1989 in Panama? They will do it to the Swiss, but I doubt them doing it to the Russians. So you see, this is what I mean. Asylum is a person that has no choice but to come in here. And he's asking for protection. Does he need it or not? Probably yay or nay. But is he willing to be a resident alien of your country? No. He just wants at all costs to get out of his and to continue his life his way, not your way. So that's the difference between permanent residents and asylum seekers. This is a short video, Americans. There's more to that because you got other visas that you have to be explained. But this is your favorite alien saying, and Baba saying, good day.